one of the myths that comes out very soon after you've had your baby is that you shouldn't be holding your baby too much, because that they say that you can spoil your baby by holding your baby too much. I think that this is definitely a myth that we both would like to bust today, to say that you can absolutely not spoil your baby by holding them too much or too long. And in particular, we're now talking about the 4th trimester. We're not talking anything past the 4th trimester. And after past the 4th trimester, we'll discuss in separate videos. However, holding your baby is actually so crucial.
I think if we look at what today very popular views are, like baby carrying or skin to skin, cuddling with them, we also mentioned that they become used to your smell, and what comfort and love smells like. And I think holding a little one just helps them to transition between in womb and in world. I think we don't always understand the challenges little ones go through when it comes to just being secure. They cannot do anything for themselves. So I've learned that with both my little ones, if you go to any sleep training or books on sleeping, it says that little ones start making their own melatonin only at 3 months. So before then, they need help to fall asleep. They need to be cradled. They need to be swaddled, and they need to be burped well. They need to feel comfortable. Later, we also look at things that help little ones with sleep association. But for the 1st trimester, I think loving them and holding them is good for both mom and baby. I think a lot of the cure to your own heart comes from just holding your little one and realizing that they are content just being with you, because you are all they need. You are their caregiver, you are their food, you are their cleaner, and they feel safe. You're their comfort and your known world. They know your smell, they know your voice, and that just being a mom that's there holding them sometimes really is just enough.
I absolutely agree with that. And what I'd like to add is just my own experience with my children, and the experience I had in hospital, which I think not a lot of people talk about, because we just don't know what to expect. And you can tell your story. Sometimes as mums, we don't want to share our stories of hospital horrors because we don't want to scare any new mums off. But in actual fact, my horror story was that with my first child, I didn't have any skin to skin. Where I was, that hospital didn't encourage skin to skin. I didn't even know that skin to skin was a thing. So that was interesting. And with my second child, I did have skin to skin. However, the midwife that I had in the hospital was quite firm that my baby had to sleep in her own cradle, and she had to sleep through the 2nd night already. And I think I had this idea in my head that, okay, it's possible, it's the 2nd child. Well, that's actually not what happened at all, because she just cried all the time. And I had this internal struggle between doing what the midwife wanted me to do, between what I actually felt as a mum that I should be doing. And then came my 3rd, and I had no one, not even one person, tell me with my 3rd one what to do, because then I was more firm and I was like, right, I'm having skin to skin with him as long as I want to, as long as I feel I need to, and no one, not even a midwife, was going to tell me to do anything different. So I held him, and I had a cesarean with all 3 of my children, and I held him. I spent 5 days in the hospital, and I held him skin to skin for those 5 days. And they wanted to come and tell me off, and they wanted to say A, B, or C. I was just not having it, because with my 3rd, I was like, no. I'm not going to go through this again as what I did with my 2nd. This is my 3rd now. I think I am comfortable enough to say that, hold on, this is my child. I'm the one that's taking this child home. And if I want to hold my child for the first 5 days of his life and of me being his mum, then that's what I'm going to do.
I think that differs from mom to mom as well. And we should do it as some of us are cuddly people and some are not. So if you don't like skin to skin, you don't like it. And I know some of my friends they're athletes, and I mean the sun just rises and they start sweating. So skin to skin for them is just not comfortable. So it's not a have to. It again comes back to who are you, what is comfortable for you, what works for you. And as you say, you just felt comfortable with your third one, just holding him because you realized that you won't break him. I think sometimes initially it comes, or at the end, it just comes down to, will I break my child? Will I hurt my child? And in the fourth trimester, I think there's very little we as moms can do that will hurt your child, because our intentions are always to love and to love deeply and to do things right. And it often turns into being overcritical over ourselves. So I agree with you. If you feel something's right, just do it. And when you're home and you're in your pajamas the whole day, and the only thing you can actually tick off that you planned to do was just hold your baby and let them be with you, I think it honestly makes the transition easier. They grow from there, just being more confident.